Emily, thank you so much for this thing of chips that you sent me. What is the flavor?
The sewers, man.
Yeah, and I'm getting like a hint or like a note of I don't know what you would call it.
Disgusting poo.
Ooh.
Mm.
Still good. And welcome to a very special BB Can 5 postseason interview show with Emily. It's gonna be so much fun, everybody. But before we bring on Emily, let me let you guys know, since you are here in YouNow, don't forget to become a fan at yourrealityrecaps.com/YouNow so that you can watch these shows live whenever we do them. If you want to see any of our past shows back with previous house guests, read our blogs, our spoiler graphics, check those out at yourrealityrecaps.com/bbcan for this season and all past seasons. We've been covering them all. Of course, if you want to help support our shows, check out the free Audible trial at yourrealityrecaps.com/audible. You can become a patron at yourrealityrecaps.com/patron for weekly patron-only shows, prize giveaways just for patrons, your questions asked to people like Emily, and it gets us to the BB Can backyard finale, Liza's finale party, and supports our content all year long. Or you can just do one-time donation at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal. Eric, shut up and bring on who we all want to hear from. It is Emily.
What's up?
Hi, Emily. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you, Eric?
I am wonderful. I am doing wonderful. I have to say, most enthusiastic and, I don't care if I get in trouble, enjoyable pre-show Skyper I've talked to all season.
Hey, thank you.
So much fun. Emily time already, and we haven't even started.
I know. We're already having a great time.
Chat room, Christine B says, Emily, you look beautiful today.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I slept in this last night, so.
I didn't know if you were going to say it. I was going to go look. She told me she slept in it earlier.
And it got rained on today, so. But thank you.
Well, speaking of Emily looking beautiful, and darn, I forgot to tell you this, Emily, but don't worry. The #1 fan on this show is getting Emily's autograph that we'll get from you on finale. So become the #1 fan currently right now. It's Becca. You are the #1 fan, but you guys have all show to become the #1 fan. And you guys, tweet it out. Let everyone know we're live. Square, megaphone, up arrow. Share the show right now on all of social media. Press your share buttons. And like I said, become a fan so you don't miss any previous content that we are doing at any time we go live. Now, Emily.
Yes.
I want to get something out of the way right off the bat.
Okay, I'm scared.
Because I really enjoyed your pre-interview gift that you sent me. A bag of Doritos.
Yes.
They were delicious, Emily, and I want to make it so that we don't have to talk about this at all, and no one has to ask questions for the whole entire show, so I want to get it over with right now. And I'm just going to say, the floor is yours. What do you want to say about this whole Dorito gate, blah, blah, on the feeds?
You know what? We get so bored in the house, and I'm a little bit of a prankster, not gonna lie. I have a lot of guy friends, so like we just do gross things to each other. So I didn't think it was a bad, gross thing, but looking back, I'm like, ooh, maybe that was gross. But we would just, lick a couple Doritos, put some slop on it, try to get someone to eat it. I feel like that's a fun thing to do in the BB Can house.
I've done it. I've done it.
Have you? Sometimes you have to just booby trap your food to give to your friends because that's a fun thing to do.
I mean, if the chat room wasn't here, I would say sometimes when I send prizes, I lick them.
Oh my God, me too.
So it's weird, but don't tell them. I think they like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna lick my autograph when I give it to my biggest fan.
Oh, you know what? I should have made it the number one fan wins an autograph bag of Doritos from Emily.
Yes.
That's what I should. How much is Doritos paying? I feel like, forget about all the drama. I just feel like Doritos owes you a paycheck.
Honestly, they were nothing before me.
Right.
And now I've made them into something.
Or you know, like the Lay's flavors, how you can like create the flavor of Lay's?
Eric,
There needs
you
to be-
are onto something so good right now.
We need like a slop Dorito. A slop Lay's. What is it called?
Sloprito.
Sloprito.
We'll work on it.
All right.
But it's almost there. I can feel it.
I feel it too. Well, you know, speaking of people feeling people.
Great segue.
Great segue. I want to talk about, obviously, the majority of your questions are all about your relationship with Dylan, because people really did enjoy seeing it, even if it didn't seem like on the show it was getting such a showmance edit. But you guys, you know, for us feed watchers, you know, seemed really close in the house. Like, would you consider you guys a showmance?
Depends when you asked me. Like in the beginning, you know, he was just so much fun to hang out with, and he was probably one of the only people in the house that really understood my sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were just really good friends for a long time in the house, and then he started maybe feeling a little more, and I was kind of like, oh, I don't know. And I don't know. And you know, like I was hurting for a couple days. I had something going on. I was feeling not really good. And he was just so concerned about me and so worried about me. Like he was like, "Are you okay? Can I get you anything? Scale of 1 to 10. How much do you hurt? Like, can I fix you?" And I'm like, "No, I'm fine." But it was so nice that he just genuinely, you know, like I understand how much that he did or does care about me.
So on finale night,
yeah,
the show has now ended. Everyone has been released into the wild. You and Dylan are walking towards your cars together, heading over to Liza's premiere party. Finale party. What are you guys? Would you be opposed if Dylan says, "Emily, I want you to be my date to Liza's party"?
Oh, a date.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first of all, I'm going to be looking damn fine. I've already decided that. I'm going to be looking really hot.
What are you wearing?
Oh, I've already picked it out.
Can you give us
Can
a
I
hint?
say that?
Yeah, you can. Why can't you say it? You can give us a hint. What color is it?
Sparkle.
Ooh, Rachel Riley-esque.
I know. And it's pretty tight. So.
Oh, all right. Okay, so go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
So I have to stop eating Doritos if I want to fit into this.
Okay.
But I would say yes. I mean, he's, you know, I don't know. I wouldn't be like, no, we can't be each other's date. But yeah, see, like if he still likes me after the show and if I still like him, then why not?
Are you a fan of boxing?
I am. I mean, I wasn't, but like when he was like teaching our class, I remember that day too. I was kind of like, you know, he would like try and like cuddle with me or like hug me. And I was like, just like stay away from me right now. Like just being a girl, you know?
Right.
And then he brought out the boxing gloves and he was doing that. And then for the rest of the night, I was like, no, stay, come here. I like you now. So really blew me away. And I think that I wasn't that bad at boxing.
No, you weren't. I think you were very good at boxing. So, Dylan.
I know.
Boxing always has made me feel weird. I always feel like you're just beating up people.
I know, which is weird because I've looked online, and if you guys haven't, look online and watch his videos. There's one like montage of his like top 10 punches, and it's insane. It's insane. And like sometimes I'm like, oh my God, it's like kind of hard to watch, but it's also kind of sexy. It's a balance. You know, you don't know.
Christine B actually in the chat room just wanted to know if you had watched any of those videos yet. So yes. You have.
And he looks so different too. It's crazy.
Oh, I'm going to have to check those out. Well,
it's crazy.
All right. So now speaking more of Dylan, A lot of people want to know. This is probably another one of your top questions. I'm going to take it from April. Wants to know, what is your opinion of the newly formed relationship between Dre and Dylan? Do you think it's just for the game?
I honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I missed a couple of the episodes, and I'm just catching up now.
Okay.
And I was watching like the live feeds before this, which I haven't done before. They're so cool.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know. I think that they genuinely like get along, and I think that Dre's really smart. Is there something I should know about?
I don't
like,
feel.
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think it's more like they're working together. I don't know if people are trying to put more of a like showmancy title on it, but I wouldn't say that at all.
Yeah.
I think Dre's all over the place. I'm losing a lot of respect for Dre's game, honestly.
Yeah.
I am. I feel like she's playing Big Brother. I think I made the analogy the other day of she keeps saying she wants to play it like I'm playing it my way, and I'm gonna be honest and not lie and loyal and all these things. And I'm like, well, that's like asking me to play Monopoly with half the money and saying
Yeah,
now
you
we're playing
can't.
Monopoly my way,
You
the
really
half the
can't.
money way. That's not how you play
Yeah.
Monopoly. It's not how you play Big
You're
Brother.
so right.
It is.
I heard that she was trying to get Ike out or something.
Yeah, she's not being very loyal to Aika. I mean, this is technically our spoiler show. Maybe I'll save it for the end. I don't want to ruin anything for anyone.
Okay.
I'll put it more at the end. I was going to bring up our little spoiler graphic to let people know where we
My
stand.
bad.
Hi, who?
I said my bad.
Oh, no, not your bad at all. I'll put it at the end. We'll talk a little bit about what's going on in the house right now so we don't make everyone mad that doesn't want spoilers. So let me ask you this. Now that you've watched the live feeds a little bit, is there anything that you feel you would do different if you played again?
Oh my God, I would play totally different.
Really?
I think that I just thought going in that because it was like the first couple weeks, I was kind of trying to lay low. I was trying not to really get noticed. Obviously, aligning with Dylan probably wasn't the best move for my game.
Mm-hmm.
But and they really didn't show much of like my scheming and like me talking to other people and really trying to save myself when I had to. But I think now that I've watched my edit and watched my episodes, yeah, I would totally do it differently. I would honestly would.
You would. Well, what are some things that you would do? Do you mean like you would play it harder? You would form more alliances? How would you do it differently?
I would honestly just like make relationships with everybody, and like I think that Kevin has done a good job at that. And Bruno did too. And Bruno played like it was so I guess we thought that it was me, Dylan, and Bruno in this Beauty and the Beasts alliance.
Okay.
And, like he would be like, I want to hang out with you guys all the time because you guys are the funnest people in the house, but like I can't. He's like, because I have to like, I don't want people to know that we're working together. And then we were like, okay, Bruno, like you're smart. Keep doing that. But he was, talking to everybody else and building relationships with them. And he was in alliances with other people. And I thought that was brilliant. And I mean, I should have just made more connections with other people. And I just wish I could have trusted more people, And I guess that just comes with relationships. So.
Well, speaking of your kind of alliance with them, Curtis wants to know, what did you want to call your alliance with Netta, Kevin, and Bruno?
Oh, it was like the best alliance name in the whole entire world. Okay, so think about it like space, right?
Okay.
So we're in a spaceship. There's like planets and stuff.
Right.
I was alone in the blue room and I just came to me and I was like, this has to be our alliance name. And it was Penis and Uranus.
Oh.
Like the planet.
Like the planet.
Mm-hmm. So we would say, sorry to be a Penis and Uranus. And it was supposed to be like, I honestly thought everyone would love it. And I brought it up and everyone's like, no, we're not doing that.
Who was the first one to shoot that down? Was it Bruno?
I think like it was Bruno and Netta who I talked to first. I was like, guys, I got it.
Yeah,
Don't
I'm
worry
not
about it.
surprised.
Yeah. They
They're
didn't
like,
want any of it.
Bruno's like, I don't want my kids saying Uranus.
Yeah, it's a planet. I
It's a
mean, if
planet.
they didn't want it to be a planet, then they should have just offed it like Pluto. You know what I mean? It's a
Right.
planet.
Well, but then didn't Pluto come back?
I
Feel
don't
like
know.
Pluto's coming
I heard
back.
Pluto's making a big comeback. It's
Maybe.
2017. Anything can happen.
It's true. Curtis also wanted to know, where did the expression hard no come from?
Oh God. Comes from Letterkenny, the show,
Okay.
which is like amazing.
Uh-huh.
But my friend Nick, we always hang out, and he always would say that. And then as soon as I go on the show, I couldn't help myself. I would always say it. And it, you know, those things that like kind of bug you when people say them,
Uh-huh.
but it just stuck in my head. And yeah, I overuse that like a million times too many.
I see a lot of people in the chat room are saying now they use hard no because of you.
Yay! Hard yes. I
Well,
like that.
now Joseph L in the chat room wants to know, was there anyone in the house you would have given a hard yes to if things hadn't gone where they did with Dylan?
Oh, like a showman?
I'm assuming that's what he means.
Yeah, hard no. Mm-mm. I remember even like the first night I was looking around and I was like, am I gonna find, you know, somebody who, I don't know.
Not Mark? Not
Mark,
your type?
great guy. I didn't even appreciate his hotness until
Oh, yeah.
I actually saw his hotness.
Oh, yeah.
But I just think I would scare that man so much. He's just, I think I'm a little too much for Mark to handle.
That's good. Dumb and hot is good. But he's not dumb. That's the thing that shocked me. I thought he was going to be dumb and hot, but he's actually really smart.
Yeah. And I mean, it's so crazy because that's like, people ask me like, do you regret, you know, like gunning for somebody to get out of the house that had been evicted? And the only person I can think of is Mark. Like I kind of now, like it could have changed the whole game. Like Dimitri and Ika wouldn't be a thing, you know?
Yeah. Bruno's Thumb in the chat room says, I had Emily and Mark pegged for a showmance, I think is what she's saying. Had you guys pegged as a showmance right from the start?
That's crazy. I mean, we barely talk to each other, to be honest.
Well, he doesn't seem to be talking to anybody, but he interviewed with us, and you can check it out on yourrealityrecaps.com. So
hey, Mark, the hottest man in the world.
Bruno actually has a question for you, too, and wants to know, who will you stay in contact with now that the show is over? Or is there anyone you won't want to stay in contact with?
Oh my God. You know what? Sorry, I just got distracted by my roommate.
Hi, roommate.
Hi, roommate.
We're very busy over here.
Yeah. I think that I'll keep in contact with Dylan.
Okay.
If it's friends, like whatever, like I'm totally fine with that too. You know, like he's awesome. Like we get along really well. So Dylan for sure. You know what? Maybe even Kevin. Like you just have to appreciate Kevin for Kevin.
True, you have to appreciate. I'll give you that. You have to appreciate him for being
and so many people,
human.
They're like different outside of the house too. You know, like when you're not playing a game, not trying to scheme against each other, it's totally different. So, and maybe Netta too. Bruno for sure. Oh my gosh, Bruno, amazing.
I guess the real question, or I feel what the real underlying question when people ask that is for you, is the game the game? Like, are you able to leave the game in the game and then you can restart with everyone in real life? Or do anything feel too personal for you in the game that you feel like, I don't know that I'm going to get over that situation in real life? Well, you didn't really have anything like that, kind of.
Yeah, you know what? Like, nobody, I mean, like, yeah, nobody had really said anything super bad about me or like hurt my feelings. So yeah, like the game's the game. And I mean, if any single one of them like called me up, they were in town, they wanted to stay at my place, like totally fine. I would definitely party with all of them.
We might need a place for... No, I'm kidding. We might need a place for finale, but no, we have a place. Maximus Mom wants to know, thoughts on Karen?
Thoughts on Karen? She's the most insane lady I've ever met in my entire life. Hands down, the craziest woman I've ever met. But, you have to love her for it. Like she, some people are too honest.
Uh-huh.
But you have to appreciate Karen you just have to take her for what she is. And she is like one nutty lady, but I love her to death. I think she's hilarious. She always made me laugh.
I think she is funny. I definitely like Karen in the house. I don't know if that's popular opinion or not popular opinion. I feel like
Yeah.
it's popular opinion for people that watch our shows, but I don't know if everyone feels that way.
You don't
I'm
know Karen until you've lived with her, okay?
I feel like I am Karen.
Yeah.
Feel like I hold it in very well on this show, but as soon as it's over, I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Oh, here is who I know to be. I'm sure you have a lot of fans, and I apologize, fans, in advance for mislabeling you incorrectly. But this is one of the people I know to be one of your number one fans who has been a huge supporter of you all season. It's Rockstay, and she says, "Hey, Em, huge fan. Tell us about your EP that's coming out soon."
Oh my God. She is a huge fan.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Rockstay?
Rockstay. Well, I say Rockstay, yeah.
Rockstay.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. Thank you for even asking. Yeah, like this is the best part about being outside of the house, because we're working so hard to put together an EP before the show is over. And it's going really well. Like we're gonna release the first single in probably by the end of the week. And it's
Oh.
gonna be about like 4 or 5 songs on the album. And then we're doing like a music video and we're putting it on Spotify, on Apple Music. So I'm really excited. And it's kind of a little different from what I'm normally used to doing. So I hope that everyone likes it.
I feel like we're going to have Emily come back on next week when it's out so that we can
I
like play
know.
it and talk more about it. And of course, the links to it after it comes out will be below this video. The links to all Emily's stuff will be below this video. But that is very exciting. And she mentioned merchandise too. You have merchandise coming out?
We do now.
You do now.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm like writing notes. Also, you know what? I
What?
do need to come up with an EP name, which is kind of hard. So it has to be like simple. So if fans could like give me some ideas. I know they
Tweet
don't really
you.
know what the EP is about. It's kind of like dark and light, like dark beats, angelic voice.
I got it.
What?
Songs from Uranus.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Eric.
You're welcome.
You were full of
10%
great
trademark. TM.
Oh my gosh. I'm like writing it down.
You guys
So
tweet your ideas to Emily at bbcanemily, or how do you prefer people contact you? Because I know you were saying before you're learning Twitter.
I'm learning Twitter. I'm not very good at it. And I just kind of post weird stuff. Like I came up with this idea the other night about like prescription glasses for dogs. And I was like, that is amazing. Like imagine just like an old ass dog with like the old man glass. How cute would that be?
I don't know. They
They
would
need to
stay
see.
on.
Well, we'll figure it out. I mean, we'll make a little
Right. What about
contraption.
contacts?
Not as pretty.
No, true, not as pretty.
And scary. I don't like contacts. Ooh.
Oh, I can't touch my eyes either. Who
No.
does that? There's something wrong with you if you're able to stick your finger in your eye.
Psychopath.
Seriously, that's what
Yeah.
people should be up in arms about. People sticking their fingers in their eyeballs all the time. Bruno's thumb. Oh, was it Bruno's thumb?
Oh yeah, Bruno's thumb.
Loves
Yes.
Says hard no hits. Hard no hits. Mm-hmm.
I do like that. I'm gonna write that.
Puns are catchy. People love puns.
Yes.
And Meg Foley, did you just say this? But Meg Foley in the chat room says, I was wondering about her music too. What is the name of her band?
Oh, I think I got kicked out of my band.
Oh, so now you're just going by Emily Hawkin music?
Well, I like my little like stage name or whatever is Blanket, but I'm working with my friend Nick, and we're kind of gonna like come up with a name for like the both of us. I don't think it's fair if it's just like me getting all the credit. So, yeah, no more Pugsley, guys.
No more Pugsley. Okay. I'm gonna reel you back into Big Brother with another one of your man fans.
Ooh.
Art,
is he single?
Maybe. It's our town, and he says, my question to the beautiful Emily
Oh my
is
god.
what have you learned about yourself playing Big Brother?
I feel like I learned a lot of good things about myself. I mean, I I surprised myself with when I was forced to scheme and lie and make up lies about people and make
Mm-hmm.
other people believe those lies. But you know what? Like the stress level in the house is it's unbearable. And like I'm not used to being lied to, and I'm not used to like, deciphering who's lying to me or not. So I think I just learned that like I'm a pretty honest person. I'm pretty chill. I like having fun. And at least I can say like I went on the show. I wasn't trying to be anything other than myself. And so it didn't work out. So next time I'm not going to be myself. Be a totally different person, and hopefully it'll work out better.
I think you have to. So you would play again. So if they came and were like,
Oh,
Emily, we want you to play again, you're in.
1000%.
O-
1000%.
Okay, what if they said, Emily, we want you to play again, but it's a duo season, meaning you have to play tied to one person. Like you're a couple, but you're playing as one person,
That would
and
be
the person
amazing.
they're tying you to is Dylan.
Dylan. Yeah. Oh my God. We would have, yeah. If it was a duo season, that would be like amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And then all like everybody, yeah, I think that would be a great idea. And then maybe we wouldn't be like such big targets right away.
Right. Or,
So
well, I think Dylan is always going to be a big target in that house.
it
He's
just
kind
sucks
of.
though. Like just because he's huge,
Mm-hmm.
like I feel like that's kind of in most of the competitions, that's, kind of a negative. Like he's so big that sometimes like he can't move around fast, or like
Right. Well,
I don't know.
he needs to take a play, like a play from Brendan, Rachel and Brendan, when Brendan always used to be like, I have such big feet, I can't compete. He would be like, I can't, my feet are too big, I can't stand on the like every competition. I love him.
I'm
But
too big to compete.
he would just
That's
be like,
amazing.
I can't stand on the ledge.
What size were this man's feet?
I don't remember.
We'll say
Although,
about 13, 14.
actually, I am remembering something, so probably pretty big. Probably pretty big feet. Or let's actually take it back. Average size feet.
Oh, okay.
Average. Let's go with average
Well, then you can
feet.
compete.
Camera distorts things. Hi, Brendan and Rachel. I love both of you. I didn't mean to go to there. Um, what are your thoughts on William finding the secret veto? Have you watched that yet?
Yes, I was honestly, this is what it's really hard. Like I want to watch the episodes,
Mm-hmm.
but it like breaks my heart to
Yeah.
watch them because I want to be there so bad. And like that looked so cool. I was so jealous. Like it's amazing. I mean, the whole how it was set up and everything. Like I walked past that little door so many times
And you
and
never
never once.
searched it? You never were
Well,
like, let me
you
in.
weren't really allowed to go because that's kind of where you
Got
weren't
ya.
really allowed in that area.
Got ya. Got ya.
So, but just to think that like that was all in there the whole time. Oh, I was so excited for him. I thought that was amazing, but I
Mm-hmm.
wish that it could have been me.
It was like amazing from a production standpoint. I was like, wow, this is really like cool the way they
Did you
did
see
that.
that robot thing? It was
Yeah.
like,
All right, that was a
I
little
mean,
ridiculous. I was
yeah,
like
it
10
was.
hours later. You could look. If that was me, I would have just ripped the thing out of the robot. I would have been like, oh my God, already. Spin around.
It literally did a whole routine and then was like, "Bloop."
It's 2017. How hard is it for a robot arm to do this?
Yeah, I
I don't
know.
know why we're like
It was,
breakdancing through it.
yeah, it was insane. It was like folding itself up like origami.
Poor William. I mean, I have to say, was aside from Dylan, would there have been anyone else you would have wanted to get that secret power of veto?
Well, it just sucks that William got it because he was obviously, if Kevin was there, he was going to use on Kevin.
Right.
I think it kind of would have been interesting if Karen won it.
Yeah, me too.
Like,
Yeah.
you don't know what she would have, I don't know, because it would be so unexpected. And the fact that William had won the veto that week anyways. It was like 2 vetoes.
I wasn't a fan of William winning it. I loved the whole production of it all, and I thought it was
Yeah.
so cool and all of it, but I was like, ugh, William. I mean, I like William, but I'm just like, he's another one who's like, Sacre bleu, what am I doing in this house? I don't know. What should I do, Dre? What should I do, William? I don't have my own game.
Yeah. I know. I think that, yeah, I think it would have been interesting if Karen won it.
Mm-hmm.
Just because she's kind of, or Jackie maybe even, I don't know. But it just seems like, yeah, William has been winning a lot of stuff, and, you know.
Right.
When he found it, I was like, of course.
Christine in the chat room wants to know, there's a lot of, you might not be on Twitter, so you might not know this, but there seems to be a lot of people saying that Ika is a bully and they don't like how she's acting this season. Christine wants to know, what are your thoughts of Ika? And I know you said you haven't really watched the feeds and you're like a little bit behind, but from what you have seen, do you feel like in that house Ika is kind of a bully?
I feel like, I don't know. Like, I think that she, you know, people only do stuff until they can't get away with it anymore. So I think this whole season she's been kind of like telling people what to do and kind of controlling them, that at this point, when things get more serious and decisions get harder, and people want to play their own games, and she just expects them to play her game, you know? Do I think she's a bully?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. She's the scariest human I've ever met in my entire life. Like, she was mad at me for 3 days, and I was like, I was about to self-evict. I was like, I can't do this. I didn't even do anything. But Ika is just, she's unapologetically herself.
Right.
And she is that sassy kind of, so I don't know if maybe that's getting mixed up with her being a bully.
Yeah.
I just think maybe she's just used to people doing what she wants because they've been doing what she wants this whole time.
Yeah.
So maybe that's it.
I feel like, and I know there are people that strongly disagree and strongly agree with me, I just feel like when you sign up to do a reality show, especially Big Brother, you know what you're in for. So it's hard to say that you're being bullied in something that you signed up for.
Yeah.
It's kind of the rules of the game. You know what I would hope you know what you got into when you agreed to play the game.
Yeah.
And then I feel like that's not great for people that are actually bullied to say, Ika's a bully. Like, there are people that are really being bullied, and this is not that.
Yeah.
It's Big Brother. In other words, bully me all day long if at the end of 2 months I have a chance to win $100,000, bully away.
Right.
There's no prize at the end of real life bullying.
Oh, no.
Is what I'm saying.
Terrible.
Steffi Traxis wants to know, do you think that spending so much time with Dylan hindered your game by not letting others get close to you and forming more of, let's say, genuine relationships?
Yeah, for sure. Like, that's like my biggest downfall. And like, to think about it now, it seems so silly that I didn't, try to go make connections with other people. But when you're in it, it's so much different, because like, when you have one person that you laugh so hard with, and you can talk about anything, and you can have those serious talks with, and you trust them. And then, a bunch of other people that you're like, you kind of, get along with. I don't know, it's hard to like want to go spend time with other people when this person's like so amazing and awesome.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But at the same time, like, I wasn't there to make friends, and I kind of beat myself up about it, to be honest, because I know that ended my game.
Well, speaking of other relationships in the house, where do you, what is your opinion on people not liking or liking William and Dre speaking French? That's been another kind of hot topic, it seems like, where a lot of fans don't like it because they can't follow along on the feeds. Some players don't like it because it feels like it gave them an advantage in the game.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that they were, speaking French to each other in the house?
That's actually really funny you asked that. I was thinking about that in the last episode I watched because like this like I didn't have my glasses on and the subtitles were like moving really fast and I was like, ah man, like I missed it. Like I don't know what they said.
Mm-hmm.
So to that extent, maybe it's a little like annoying for people that are watching, and especially live feeds. I didn't even think about that because yeah, you don't know.
Right.
And but I mean, it's like so cool that they have two French Canadians in the house.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely like throws like a different twist on things, and um, you know, like they're so lucky that they have each other. Like if it was just William, you know, like the first couple days he was having like a really hard time because he, you know, maybe he wasn't really like understanding some of our conversations, and I feel like that would be so hard. And when he would get it, it would be like too late to say something, you know.
Right.
So um I am happy that Dre is there, but yeah, I don't know. I could see how that, you know, might make people a little annoyed.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna ask you a more serious question now. Normally I say I'm gonna ask a serious question and then I ask something ridiculous, but now I'm gonna ask a serious question.
Okay.
Crystal B in the chat room wants to know, what are your feelings about Dylan not telling you that you were going home when he kind of knew a few days before?
Oh, I know. You know what? That kind of, yeah, that stung a bit.
He's gonna need to bring you roses for
An
this
edible
first
arrangement.
edible arrangement for
sure.
this first date. He has a lot
Yeah.
to make up for, Emily.
Oh, I know. And that's the thing too, because I like, you know, all week he was telling people like, he's like, I want to go home. I want to see my family. I don't want to do this. Like, and he knew that I want to be there more than anything in the world. So he, you know, was telling people that he, you know, he was saying that he was going to put Kevin and Bruno up, and he knew that I kind of like rubbed them the wrong way so that they would keep me safe.
Right.
But I think that, yeah, people started getting into his head. And I think that like Bruno said the perfect thing about like pumping his ego, because like that's what, you know, like he doesn't want to look, he's a champ, you know, he doesn't want to look like a quitter, like he's giving up. So I think once they put that in his head, like, you're the champ, you have to be here, you have to fight, like, don't give up. Then he was like, oh, okay, like, yeah, I do want to be here. And it sucks because I told him, I was like, man, like, I'm going home. I was like, nobody can even like look me in the eye. I'm like, I'm going home.
Right.
And he's like, well, like, you don't know that. It's a 50-50. And I'm like, you even know, like, I'm going home.
Was he crying when he was saying that?
Yeah.
I like to cry. I like to cry. It's the only thing that Dylan...
Has he been crying a lot?
Oh, Lord. Yes, to you, remember? Oh, is it his daughter or his niece?
His niece.
His niece, yes.
Yeah.
Remember, there was a lot of crying over the niece.
Yeah.
Lots of crying.
Yeah. I thought he would cry a lot more that I'm not there, but I think he's doing okay.
Maybe we need to look more into this Dre thing.
Yeah. Guys, let me know what's going on.
Tweet Emily and let her know what's going on. Don't believe like 25% of what fans tell you on Twitter. Dancing Amy, producer extraordinaire for these shows, wants to know, if Dylan left and not you, who would you have teamed up with and who would you have wanted to go after?
I really wanted to link up with William and Dre. Just because like, even in the beginning, like, I just knew that they would kind of be like the middlemen.
Mm-hmm.
And my whole strategy going in was to like align with like the middlemen.
Right.
Because they eventually start outnumbering, you know, the good players, and there's people that kind of just like slide by too. Like their names were only brought up because they were a duo.
Right.
So I did really want to work with them, and even like stay good with like Dimitri and Aika, because Dimitri's just like a comp beast.
Mm-hmm.
And Aika, you know, like I actually think she's playing a really good game. I mean, maybe now people are starting to see it, but yeah, like I was definitely going to flip because, you know, nobody stuck their neck out for me. Nobody cared if I was in their alliance or not. So I was definitely at the bottom of the barrel.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was definitely planning on flipping if I stayed, and even Karen too, like staying really tight with Karen.
That would be good. I mean, Karen, I feel like, is a good shield, if nothing else in that game, is a good shield. I want to let people know, I can't believe we only have like 15 minutes left before we have to go get ready for Big Brother. But I just want to
No.
remind I know, but the number one fan on this show is winning Emily's autograph. And make sure you guys become a fan so that you're notified every time we go live, which is all the time on You Now. And I have a feeling Emily is going to be back. And I think Gary is going to be back as well. Very, very soon. Maximus Mom in the chat room. Actually, a lot of people have been asking this question. If you made it to the final 3, who would you want to pick to bring with you? So let's say, who are the 2 other people you would want to be sitting at next to during a final 3 situation?
Probably Karen and Jackie.
Really? Because you think easiest to beat.
Yeah.
I agree. I think Karen and Jackie are kind of the easiest people to beat right now.
And I just think that, like, if I brought either one of those to the final 2, like, they both rubbed different people in the wrong way. You know? That didn't really sound good, but yeah.
No, they did. Were you a player who was very anti-vets being in the game? Like, there are a lot of people who very much do not want the vets making it to the end because they feel like they could win. Or were you someone who was like, it's a new season, I'm fine playing with vets to the end?
Well, you know what's funny is that the second week I was on the block and I needed William, Jackie, and Dre's vote to stay.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember, like, I was sitting in the room with them and I was like, you know what? Mark left. He's gone. That's one newbie down. There's 2 newbies on the block right now. I was like, we need to, like, rally together. Like, these vets are just going to pick us off one by one. And, like, some of them were on the same season and, you know, they've all met each other before. And so we were going into the house with a disadvantage, clearly.
Right.
And Dre was the one who said, you know, like, we're all equal players. She wasn't really down for it. And then that was, like, when we kind of stopped talking because I just never thought that she was going to work with me.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I honestly do wish that I had tried again to talk to her because maybe we could have done it. And now she's all like newbies. And I'm like, what?
I feel like that's a curse of a new player versus a returning player. I feel like when you are a returning player, you've kind of learned going through it before. Like, talk to everybody. I don't even care if they don't like me. It's my life in this game. I'm just going to have the conversation. Even if it doesn't go anywhere, I'm just going to do it. And I feel like that's something new players don't really know their first go round.
For sure, yeah.
I saw another one. Oh, Little Big Red wants to know, before BB Can, did you ever watch Big Brother US? So, like, our Big Brother. That's her part 1. You can say no.
I watched one season with Donnie, the groundskeeper, and he was my favorite person of all time.
Well, this interview's over. Thanks for joining us, Emily.
Is that not good?
Wonderful.
He was so
he
sweet.
Is garbage. I mean, he's a wonderful man.
I just thought he was so nice. And like that other guy thought he was like in the CIA or something. And he's like, nope, just a groundskeeper.
How do I put it? It's kind of like this. It's kind of, here's my impression of Donnie. Ready?
Okay.
Gee, hi, Emily. It's just so great to meet you. I love you so much. Okay, the show's over. Bye, everybody. So seriously, Emily, fuck this show. It's
what?
Oh, he is fake as fake can be. He is 2 different people. Oh, yeah. He's one when the camera's rolling and one when it's not. And let me tell you, that accent, not real.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Neither is mine. I'm not gonna lie.
Mine's a little bit.
I can do a pretty good Australian accent, though.
Oh, go. Let's hear it.
Okay, yeah. So, wait. So we're just gonna get a little grapefruit from. Oh, that's an orange or a clementine. No, it's really bad.
Oh my God! Do you know Tim is gonna be at finale? Do
you know Tim really?
From oh yeah. Oh, but I think he's taken now.
I do, yeah. I do think so.
He's taken. Darn, Tim. I liked it. Now I want to hear you and Tim talk to each other.
Like koala bear and shrimp on the barbie.
And he has pugs, I think.
Really?
Yeah, several.
Pluralize. Pugs.
Pugs.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Did you watch last season of
Yes,
Can? Who was your favorite player last season?
you guys are all gonna hate me because like I like watching the show for like the personality.
Right?
And but Joel and Nikki, they were my favorites. Like so entertaining to watch. I've talked to Joel. Joel called me on the phone. We
Okay,
talked for like
good.
an hour.
Good, because I could hook you right up with Joel. Well, here, let me ask you this then. From Big Brother Ant wants to know, who has been your favorite alumni you have met and or hung out with so far?
Ooh. You know what? Like Toronto, the Toronto crew is like so welcoming. They were
Yep.
amazing. I've hung out with them a couple times now. Um, I would say that I'm closest with Anil, Bobby, and John.
Okay, I like that group. I like that
Yeah.
group. I like
Anil is like me, Anil, and Bobby are going rock climbing on Wednesday together.
Oh, I
It's gonna be
miss
fun.
Bobby. I
I
totally
know, he's so
remember.
great.
I love all you Canadians. You're like, we're going rock climbing. Big,
Yeah.
you asked Big Brother players, like, we're going bar hopping.
We're gonna go tap some maple syrup outside of the trees outside.
Yeah.
Gonna make an igloo. It's some Canadian stuff.
Other Canadian things, bacon.
Mm,
I
who doesn't
used to
love?
think Canadians always carried maple syrup on them. I found that I was wrong recently.
I have maple syrup suckers. I have like 50 of them from the show in my room.
Darn! It's too far away, but thanks to actually Christine B in the chat room, she sent me a bunch of Canada stuff to give away with the prizes on this show, and she sent me those also.
They are so tasty, and every time I just love suckers.
I might have to eat one.
Oh my god, I'll have one with you.
Okay. Not on camera because, oh my god, that is so annoying.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
have to have one. And, Lost and Can Cruise. Ooh, Lost and Can Cruise with the shady question wants to know,
Ooh, I'm scared.
who out of the vets had the biggest ego in the house?
Ooh, had the biggest ego?
Mm-hmm. If we had to pick a biggest ego person.
Oh, this might bite me in the ass, but I'd say Aika.
I don't think it'll bite you in the ass. I think Aika is very aware of how she played this season, and I think she's going to, maybe I'm just wishful thinking here, but I think people are going to see a different Aika when she comes out this season.
You know what? Can I change my answer?
Yeah, Netta?
Netta.
Good answer.
Definitely Netta. I don't know what happened. You know, like I don't know. I think it's the immunity thing, which I kind of felt should have went to a newbie, to be honest, because we didn't know how the game was going to play out at this point. And I was like, they already have an advantage, and they're getting another one, and you know, the whole show is pretty much that they're coming back, and it's so great, and then we're kind of just like, you know, there.
I agree. It should have been. I think a lot of us said, I know a lot of our fans watching have said that they think it should have been exclusively for newbies just for that reason. Because
Yeah.
you're playing at a disadvantage and you don't have pre-existing relationships that
We
some
don't
of
have
these
any
people.
fans. And I
Yeah.
think at that point, there had only been one episode that had been shown. So they don't even know. Like, I don't even think I was in the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, how are they supposed to vote for somebody that they barely, you know, and like all of the vets already have followings and fans and, you know, Instagram pages and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was like, I was happy for her, but I was like, you know, kind of like, ooh.
I actually like this. Rockstay, again, is bringing up a good point in the chat room, and I just remembered we had Gary talk about this when we had him on. So now, what was your Gary? What was it like when you were introduced to Gary for the first time? Because we've already heard Gary's version
Oh my
of this
God.
story. So what is your version of this story?
Just cringeworthy.
Mhm.
So I'm just really bad at first impressions and I get nervous and I know that I'm a weirdo, but people don't know that about me. So he comes up and he's like, "Hi, I'm Gary. What's your name?" I'm like, "Gary." And he's like, "What?" I'm like, "What?" And then he's like, "What's your name?" And then I said, "Emily." And then he's like, "Lame." And I'm like, "What?" And then he just walked away and I was like, "Oh my God.
Oh,
Can I
Gary.
self-evict now?"
Oh,
It was
Gary.
bad.
So, you knew who some of the players were before you went in. Like, did you know who
Yeah.
all the returning players were?
Yeah, actually I did.
You did.
Yeah, I did. I was really excited to see Gary. I thought that, you know, we would be really, really good friends. And I was excited to like play the game with him.
Has
Obviously,
has he
you know.
reached out to you at all since the show's been over?
No, but we planned on like going to like a drag show together. Like I've never been. I really want to
Oh.
go. I was planning on dressing up as a boy and
Uh-huh.
going.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be fun. So I'm really excited. I hope that we actually do that. And I don't know if he, I haven't really, I've liked a couple of his pictures, but I should reach out to him and see what he's doing.
He's not a big social media
Yeah,
person. He's not one to be on a lot. Drag queens scare me. I'm just gonna be honest.
really?
They scare me because, and I will tell you, as a young gay, one of the first things I ever did was went to a club and there was a drag queen and she was singing the hero song, like "There's a hero," while she was making a hero and throwing the deli meat at us. And ever since then, I've had a large. They scare me. I'm afraid they're gonna attack me with deli meat. It's very
I
weird.
hope that happens to me on my first time. If I get like come home with like ham on my face or whatever they're using,
It's pretty much.
that'll be a successful night
I know,
at
it
the drag
scares
club.
me. I know it's scary. I don't know why, but I never got over it. This is like
That's so funny.
it's been therapy for me. This show, I appreciate it.
I know. I'm
Uh,
always here for you.
Curtis wants to know, what did you think of Dallas calling the house meeting? We got this question a lot too. To accuse you of intimidation.
Oh yeah, I thought like I wish they showed that on the show. They didn't put that in, which was like huge.
But
Like
the
that was
feeds
like,
people saw it.
oh yeah. Did they cut the feeds then or?
No, I think we saw some of it.
Oh my God.
What were your thoughts on it? Like,
So he comes out, he reads like the first line of the card, like, and I think it was just like really bad timing because that was the day that everyone had done the play. So everyone was sitting down really excited, thinking that they're going to see the videos and how they were acting in it. And so we're all like, ooh, what could it be? And then he reads the first line of the card that we heard earlier.
mm-hmm.
And then he goes, but threats are no place for is something in the Big Brother Kane house. And Emily has been threatening William and Dre. And I thought I was scared. I was like, oh my God, like, what have I done? Like, I didn't know that I had threatened anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, everyone was having none of it. Like, it worked out so beautifully because I barely even had to answer a question. Like,
Right.
and everyone just got up and was like, we're not doing this.
I'm
So,
surprised Dylan and honestly Cassandra have pretty much gone into hiding post-season. Like, they are just MIA.
who? Cassandra and Dallas?
And what I say, Dylan? I'm in
Yeah, I was
Dallas.
like, yes.
D words are hard.
I know.
Yeah. And Dallas kind of went into hiding post. It's very weird. Like, they don't seem to be really doing anything with fans or really talking to anybody. It's weird.
Really?
Feel
Yeah,
like
I don't know. I just started following Dallas on Instagram the other day, but that's about it. I mean, maybe he's gone back to work. I think he works on like a fishing boat or something, and they're like gone for months. I think. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh my God. All right. We need to jump into spoilers really quick for a second
Okay.
for people because people want to know your opinion on where this week is headed. So this might be news for you. Are you okay with being spoiled?
Oh yeah, I have so much work I have to do. Like, yeah,
Okay.
spoil it for me.
So here's where we're at. The HOH is Kevin.
I did hear that. I did
Okay.
hear that.
He nominated, of course, Demetres and Ica.
Oh, did he?
He did. Now, do you think we'll start there? Do you think that was a smart move for him? For Kevy Wevy?
I think so.
Okay. Well,
I do.
Demetres won POV. So obviously, he is going to take down the love of his life, Ica, right? Wrong!
So he saved himself.
He saved himself. Brendan and Rachel, they are not. He saved himself. And Jackie has been the replacement nom. So that's like the current standings of the house at the
I think
moment.
Ica's gonna go.
Do you? You think? I mean, it's going back and forth. As of this moment, Ica, it seems more like Ica's going to stay. Like, basically, the house feels like Jackie is like a silent threat. Like, she knows the days, she knows a lot of stuff, she can win a physical comp, whereas Ica can't.
But she has Dimitri. I just think that like it's great that Dimitri used it on himself because he's earned it, you know? Like Ika's played a very smart social game. Maybe she's like the brains behind the operation, but like, you know, he's got the blood on his hands. Like she's just kind of like hiding behind him. So I
Mm-hmm.
think that's great that he did use it on himself and that he's made it this far. He should want to go all the way to the end. But I definitely think they have to split that up. For sure they have to, because they are kind of running the house. And if Dimitri wins, you know, next week, then Ika's safe again. And this might be the only chance they have to get her out.
I see BB Boston saying Ika didn't want him to use it on her. Oh, I know Ika was saying on the feeds and saying she doesn't want him to use it on her. But Ika's like, no, don't use it on me. Don't use it on like let me
Don't
just
use
see
it
what it'll
on
look like
me.
around my neck for 1 minute. But no, oh, and right in my cleave. What does that look like to me?
Yeah.
If you ever want to see this again, I'm just
Oh my
saying.
God. Oh,
No, I agree with you. I think it is crazy for anyone not to use the POV on themselves if they were on the
yes.
block. The exception being a Brendan and Rachel from Our Big Brother, because look, that actually turned out to be a real love story with a marriage and a baby and all of that. So in their case, he did do the
Wow.
right thing in that relationship. But so you believe that it'll be Ika that leaves, or if you had a bet, who would you say goes this week, Ika or Jackie?
I mean, if everybody's like keeping their word to Ika, then she should be safe. But I think if people are using their brains, then she's probably going to be in jury.
Yeah, I see it both ways. I see the people who make the argument who say she can win these comps. She knows the
Yeah.
days. She's very smart. She's won a physical one, whereas Ika won't. So
But hasn't Jackie only won once?
she's only won once, but in winning that one, we know she can win a physical comp now because she was playing
Yeah.
against a lot of strong people in that comp, and she did win it. And it was like physical and kind of a little mental, untying yourself through that whole entire thing.
Yeah,
In a high stress situation, too.
for sure.
So, and she seems to know the dates of everything like the back of her hand. Whereas, what
Yeah.
is Ika really going to win? But I agree with you. You leave Ika in, she's back to being teamed up with Demetrius, and they can both play, and that's a scary place to be, too.
Oh,
So,
for sure. Like people could use Jackie because she's a floater right now.
right, 100%.
Like Ika's made her people and she knows who she wants to work with and she's obviously tied to Dimitri. Like and Jackie doesn't, you know, people could use that to their advantage and be like, you know what? I want to work with you.
Right.
And scoop her in.
And Dancing Amy brings up a good point. She's come in second a few times also. Jackie has come in second in a few of the competitions as well.
Has she?
So, yeah. I find her forgettable, so I don't remember a lot of things she does. And Brooke D wants to know, what do you think about the triple eviction this week? Are you excited for it?
I feel so bad for them. Like I heard on the feeds they like a couple people were like they think it's double, but nobody has said like it's going to be a triple. Like that's insane. And that's going to, you know, the house is going to feel so empty.
And who would you want to go? Like, if you were in the house, who would you hope leaves on this triple eviction?
Dimitri,
Oh,
Ika.
okay.
Just because they're so strong and they're so good together. And like
Right.
that's scary, obviously. Like I want them gone because they're good.
Uh-huh.
And Kevin.
Oh, okay. I don't, I definitely agree with you on Kevin.
I would want all the vets out too, to be honest.
I hear you. I hear you. Look, I feel like I need Ika and Karen to stay in to make the feeds fun.
Oh, I know. Like they both make great TV.
They do make great TV.
Great TV.
I'm going to say last question, and then I'm going to give you a whole big platform to talk to your fans. But who are you rooting for? We get this from a lot. I see Bruno's Thumb's the most recent one to ask it, but a lot of people wanted to know, who are you rooting for to win? Is it any chance for anyone besides Dylan?
You know what? I could see William winning.
But would you want him to win? Like, are you rooting for a William?
I would, yeah. I mean,
You would?
yeah.
Okay.
Like I really like William, but like, you know what? Like I would be fine if Aika won too. Like that would be like, I think she has genuinely played a good game. But in Dimitri too, like he's earned it, you know?
Right.
I don't know if I'd be fired up about it, but.
Right. But obviously, if you could pick, you want Dylan to win.
Yeah, he said we were going to go on vacation together.
There you go.
And I want to go full free.
You want to go? Yeah, where would you go?
We were talking about Jamaica.
Ooh.
I just kind of want to go on a trip somewhere.
I do like that. I would love a nice Jamaican vacation. Hey,
yeah.
Dylan.
It was between Jamaica or road tripping to the shoe swap, so.
Oh, to the what?
To the shoe swap. That's where Karen's from.
Oh my God. I did not know that. That is where she's from.
Yeah, or she used to live there or something. Like, we always would make fun of her because she'd bring up the shoe swap all the time.
I love
We
Karen.
made it a drinking game.
I love Karen and I love Karen's kids is what I have to say. And I don't care if people hate me for it.
Yeah, I know. I think they're great. And we're coming to visit you.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, I want to give you full screen, Emily. I want to give you full screen because you have a lot of fans. Again, more. I think the most that anybody's been watching this show live for the whole show has been you. You have like the most people here to hear what you have to say. So I'm no pressure when I say I'm giving you full screen.
I bet you my mom paid all of them or something.
No, I know a lot of them are. What do you want to say to all your fans and all the people who are supporting you?
There
you go. No pressure.
I just want to say thank you guys so much. I mean, the love and support has been overwhelming. I know I didn't do that well, but I did genuinely try. And I hope that you guys want to listen to my music. And if you guys want to follow me on Snapchat, my Snapchat name is I spelled Casty. And I wasn't sure if it was spelt or spelled, but I put spelled because it might be funny either way. My Instagram's at mthejedi. And I'm always down to talk to you guys and, go to the Addison on Thursdays. That's what I normally do. I just want to say thank you. You guys don't have to like me, but you do. I love you.
I'm coming back in to save you. Oh, you did my job easy for me. I was going to say, where can people follow you? So all of those links for where you guys can follow Emily will be below this show. We have about an hour until Big Brother, but you're behind. So you're probably not watching it live tonight.
I have so much. I like this EP is draining me in the best way. So yeah, right after this, I'm hitting up the studio. So I gotta go there. But yeah, I have it PVR'd, so I'm gonna watch it.
Perfect. Well, Emily, I hope that you're gonna come back on when this EP is released. I want to hear this. I want to debut it. I want on it all. We want more Emily.
Can I wait? Do you have to go right now? I just want to get a Snapchat of me Snapchatting you.
Oh no, we'll do you. We're only ending for the live people,
Okay.
And then we can pretend for your Snapchat. But I also wanted to tell you that Sammy is your #1 fan.
Yay, Sammy! I'm your #1 fan, Sammy.
There you go. She's the #1 fan on the show. So she won your autograph. Congratulations, Sammy 30. And everybody, we will see you guys all later. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
So
we'll see you guys all later. This show will be posted later tonight. I'll be live tweeting during Big Brother, and I'll be at yourrealityrecaps.com/chat during the show to hang out and chat with all of you. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Ba-dum, boom.
Ba-dum.
And we're off. Yay! If you want to see any of our shows back, check out yourrealityrecaps.com/bbcan. All of our Big Brother Canada information is over there. Of course, make sure you become a fan right here on YouNow. Anytime you want, you can do it. And then you can see all of what we do when we do it live. Or if you want to subscribe on YouNow, you can watch our shows back anytime. You don't have to wait for them to be put up on the website if you subscribe here in YouNow. So being a fan is free, subscribing isn't, but you get to watch everything that we do back on YouNow, and we do shows every day. Of course, that Audible trial is still a great way to help support our shows, as is becoming a patron or doing a one-time donation at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal. Until the next show, I'll see you guys later.